Chosen one, if you're watching this right now, it's no accident. God has brought you here because something powerful is about to happen in your life. The waiting is over. God has decided that it's time for you to step into the next chapter of your divine journey. This isn't about physical death, it's about a divine transition. The time has come for you to fully embrace your calling. You've faced mockery, rejection, and doubt from others, yet you've held on to your faith. You've passed every test and stayed true to God. Now, the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. You are among the chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Only a small number of people successfully complete their divine mission, and you, chosen one, are part of that rare group. You've remained obedient, trusted in God, and walked through every trial with unwavering faith. Now, God is calling you to a higher level, to meet Him in a place of peace, love, and eternal protection. As you look back at the world that doubted you, mocked you, and didn't understand your journey, remember, it was all part of the test. You've passed it, and now God will reveal His love for you in ways that will amaze you. You are leaving the material world behind, but you're entering a new existence, a spiritual realm where God's protection, peace, and joy will surround you forever. Get ready for the unexpected. You've completed your divine mission, and now it's time for the transformation you've been waiting for since childhood. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to help us reach 50,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99 to amplify this powerful energy. Now, let's dive in. In this vast world, it's easy to feel lost or insignificant. But for some, there is a divine purpose calling them forward, a mission that transforms the ordinary. These chosen ones are selected by God, not by coincidence, but by divine design. It's a calling that echoes deep within their souls, urging them to step into their higher purpose. For them, life isn't just a series of events, it's a journey, a test to prove their devotion to God's will. They are part of a greater plan, one that has been in motion long before they even realized they had a mission to fulfill. While many search for meaning in their struggles, the chosen ones hear God's call deep within and respond with unwavering faith. Being chosen doesn't mean a life without challenges. In fact, it often means the opposite, a life filled with trials, each one designed to strengthen their character and deepen their connection to God. The path may feel lonely at times, but it always leads them closer to their divine destiny. For those who have faithfully walked the path set before them, the time has come. The waiting is over. It's easy to feel like you're just going through the motions, but remember, God's timing is always perfect. Now, the call is clear. Leave behind the distractions of the material world and step into the divine reality that awaits. This is not the end, but the beginning of a higher existence, a journey towards something far more beautiful than anything this world can offer. Imagine living a life that constantly challenges your faith, where you're ridiculed and misunderstood. You may have been waiting for years, but the time has finally arrived when God will make His call known. No more waiting in vain. No more struggling with doubts or questions. The chosen ones know that this moment is their turning point. God is calling them to something greater, something beyond the struggles they've faced, beyond the limitations of earthly life. Leaving behind the familiar is never easy, especially after investing so much in this world. But the chosen ones understand that this departure is necessary to embrace a higher calling. It's about answering the invitation to meet with God and enter a realm of pure love, free from the burdens of this material world. God calls many, but only a few are chosen to fulfill the divine mission set before them. This isn't about preference or favoritism, it's about readiness. Many may hear the call, but not everyone has the courage or strength to endure the trials required to prove their devotion. The chosen ones are those who stand firm when everything around them crumbles. They trust in God's timing and never falter in their commitment, even in the face of rejection and mockery. Being chosen isn't about being special in the traditional sense. It's about fulfilling a unique role in God's plan. Just as a diamond forms under immense pressure, the chosen ones are refined through trials that prepare them for the higher purpose they are destined to serve. It's a weighty responsibility, but one they carry with grace and dedication. Look at the great leaders, saints, and spiritual figures throughout history. They were called just like you. But it was their unwavering faith and commitment that set them apart as chosen ones. God sees your potential and calls you not only to fulfill your purpose, but also to show the world that His love and power are real. Life is not a random series of events, it's a test. Each day brings an opportunity to prove our faith, strengthen our character, and move closer to fulfilling the divine mission God has designed for us. The test isn't always obvious, but it's there in every challenge, setback, and moment of doubt. For the chosen ones, every trial becomes a stepping stone towards spiritual growth, a chance to reaffirm their trust in God's plan. Fulfilling your divine mission is not about worldly success or external validation. It's about answering God's call with an open heart and a willingness to trust the process. The test of life is a series of questions that will keep coming up. Will you remain faithful when the road gets tough? Will you keep trusting when the world doubts you? Will you rise above the pain and mockery and continue walking the path God has set for you? In the end, it's not about what the world sees. It's about staying true to your faith, regardless of the circumstances. The chosen ones endure, and in their endurance, they fulfill the purpose that was written for them long before they were born. One of the hardest parts of being chosen is enduring the mockery and hatred that others direct toward you. It's painful when those closest to you don't understand your journey, when they laugh at your beliefs or criticize your choices. But this is part of the test. Those called by God often face rejection from those they love. Yet, it is through these trials that their faith is purified. It's easy to question your path when others ridicule you, but the chosen ones understand that their journey is not for the approval of others, it's for the glory of God. They endure mockery with grace, knowing that their trust in God is what matters most. This test is not about winning the approval of those around you, it's about staying true to your divine calling, no matter how much the world misunderstands or condemns you. Think about the great figures in religious history, how many endured suffering, mockery, and rejection for their faith. They faced hatred and ridicule, but it was through those challenges that their true strength and faith were revealed. The same is true for you. Every trial is a testimony of your devotion to God's plan. Perhaps the hardest part of being chosen is when even family members doubt or mock your faith. The people who should understand you the most are often the ones who question your path the most. It can be crushing when those you love don't see what God has placed in your heart. But this too is part of the test, the ultimate test of trust in God. When family members doubt or ridicule you, it's not a reflection of your worth, but of their misunderstanding. The chosen ones are asked to trust in God's plan, even when those closest to them can't see it. God is asking you to stay strong, remain faithful, and love even when it feels impossible. Remember, even in the face of rejection from loved ones, God's love remains constant. His plans for you are greater than any earthly bond or relationship. Trust that He will guide you, even when the ones you hold dear cannot walk the path with you. There is no greater test of faith than trusting in God's timing. The chosen ones often wait, sometimes for years, before God calls them to ascend to their higher purpose. It can be agonizing to wait, especially when the world moves on without you. But God's timing is always perfect. Trusting in God's timing requires patience and faith. It means understanding that everything happens when it's meant to happen, not according to our own timeline, but according to His divine plan. The call to ascend cannot be rushed. It comes at the moment when you are truly ready. Those who wait on God's timing are like trees that grow slowly but deeply, with roots reaching far beneath the surface. When the time comes, they are ready to rise. Trust in the process, and know that every moment of waiting is preparing you for the transformation that awaits. For many, transformation might be misunderstood as something like death. But in reality, it's not the end of life, it's the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where the chosen ones step into their true potential. This transformation is not about leaving everything behind, but about elevating your consciousness and embracing a higher reality where love and divine purpose reign. It's about understanding that your life has been a preparation for this moment, and now you are ready to embrace your true calling. The moment has come for you to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. For the chosen ones, this moment is sacred, a reunion with God where all doubts, fears, and struggles are erased. In this higher realm, there is no pain, no weakness, no limitation, only peace and divine love. This isn't death, it's life in its purest, most beautiful form. Leaving the material world doesn't mean abandoning the people or experiences you've known. It means stepping beyond the limitations of earthly life. The chosen ones don't leave because they want to escape. They leave because they have fulfilled their divine mission and are called to a higher realm where they will experience ultimate peace and a deeper connection with God. The world may see this as a loss, but in reality, it is a gain, a beautiful, sacred shift into a higher state of being. The chosen ones have completed their earthly journey and are now ready to experience life in its truest form, free from the struggles that once defined them. When you have remained faithful through trials, trusting in God's plan despite obstacles, God will prove His love to you in ways words can't fully express. His call to you is not just a summons, it's a reward for your unwavering faith. God will show you a love beyond anything you've ever known, a love that is unconditional and pure. This is a love that affirms every step you've taken and every sacrifice you've made. When God calls you, it's His way of saying, "You are mine. You are worthy. You have fulfilled your purpose." Imagine standing before the Creator of all things. In His presence, all pain, fear, and suffering dissolve. For the chosen ones, this divine meeting is the fulfillment of their purpose and the culmination of their journey. It's a moment of profound peace where everything that troubled them fades away, leaving only divine love. This meeting surpasses every earthly joy. In God's presence, there are no worries, no doubts, no limitations. The burdens of the past, whether emotional, physical, or financial, are wiped clean. This is the ultimate reward, the assurance that you are seen, valued, and loved beyond measure. Remember, this meeting isn't about grandeur or ceremony. It's about connection. It's the moment when God looks into your soul and says, "Well done, my faithful servant. You have endured, and now you shall be with me." In that moment, all struggles will feel worth it, and you'll know without a doubt that every hardship you faced was part of the divine plan that led you here. The time of transformation is sacred, requiring inner preparation. It's not just a change in circumstances, but a deep spiritual shift. The chosen ones must be ready, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to embrace the new reality God has prepared for them. This requires letting go of attachments to the material world and embracing a new way of being. As the time of transformation draws near, you may feel a stirring in your spirit, a sense that something is about to change and that you're being called to a higher place. Trust that this feeling is not a coincidence. It's the divine invitation to step into the life you were always meant to live. The path ahead requires purification, where faith, love, and trust in God must lead the way. You must cleanse your heart of fear, doubt, and attachment, and focus on nurturing your relationship with God, allowing His love to guide you. This transformation isn't something to fear. It's a beautiful and necessary shift into the divine purpose awaiting you. The journey of the chosen is marked by unwavering faith and a pure heart. It's easy to feel disillusioned or discouraged by hardships, but the chosen ones know that faith in God is what propels them forward. Faith is the thread that ties their journey together, acting as the bridge between their earthly struggles and the divine reward they are destined to receive. A pure heart is essential on this journey. It's not about perfection, but about sincerity. A pure heart seeks to serve God without expectation, trusting in His plan even when the path is unclear. The chosen ones have walked through adversity not with bitterness or resentment, but with love and compassion. This purity allows them to rise above worldly distractions and temptations, and through this purity, they are able to meet God in His fullness. Your strength of faith and the purity of your heart will determine how fully you can embrace the transformation awaiting you. The chosen ones understand that their heart must be open and free from fear, doubt, and resentment to step into their true divine destiny. God's love for the chosen ones is like a mother's love for her child. It's protective, nurturing, and unyielding. Just as a mother will go to great lengths to ensure her child's well-being, so does God watch over His chosen ones. His love is a constant source of strength, a shelter in times of trouble, and a guiding light in the darkest moments. When life feels overwhelming, it's God's maternal love that carries you through. This love understands your struggles, knows your fears, and holds you close in your moments of doubt. It doesn't condemn or criticize, it comforts and strengthens, offering the assurance that you are never alone, even when the world seems to turn its back on you. The maternal love of God provides the security and peace needed for the chosen ones to face their challenges. Through this love, they rise, knowing they are fully protected and supported as they fulfill their mission. The final test for the chosen ones is the ultimate act of surrender, leaving behind everything they have known, all the material attachments, and all the distractions of earthly life. This is the moment when they must fully trust that what lies ahead in the divine realm is far greater than anything they leave behind. Leaving the material world doesn't mean abandoning loved ones or forsaking the beauty of creation. It means letting go of the attachments that have kept you tied to this world and embracing the reality that your true home is not of this earth. The chosen ones understand that what they are stepping into is an eternal realm, where they will finally be free from the struggles that have defined their lives. This final test is the moment when they must trust fully in God's plan, knowing that they are stepping into something greater than anything they could ever imagine. The moment has come for you to trust fully in God's plan. This is a test of faith, showing that you are ready to step into your divine purpose, knowing that the material world was never meant to be your true home. The transformation awaiting you is far greater than anything the world can offer, and it's in this final surrender that the chosen ones fulfill their destiny and embrace God's purest love. At some point, the chosen ones experience an awakening to their divine purpose. This moment doesn't come on command, it happens at the right time, when the soul is ready to understand and accept its calling. For many, it feels like a deep inner shift, a realization that their life has always had a higher purpose, even when it seemed like the world was leading them astray. It's as if a veil is lifted, and they can finally see clearly. Recognizing your divine purpose can be both humbling and empowering. It's humbling because you realize you were chosen for something greater than yourself. It's empowering because it gives you the strength to walk a path that others may not understand. This awakening often follows a time of struggle or confusion, where nothing seemed to make sense. But in this moment of clarity, everything falls into place. You begin to see God's hand in every twist and turn of your journey. Realizing your divine purpose also brings a sense of responsibility. You understand that your life is not just about personal happiness or success, it's about fulfilling a greater mission that serves the world. This realization requires courage and commitment. The journey may not always be easy, and there will be sacrifices along the way. But stepping into your calling will bring a deeper sense of fulfillment. For the chosen ones, this awakening isn't just a moment, it's a lifetime journey. It will continue to unfold as you grow and evolve, revealing new layers of your divine purpose. As you walk this path with faith and trust in God, you'll realize that every challenge and trial was part of the divine design leading you to this point. One of the most powerful and freeing experiences for the chosen ones is learning to surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or losing control. It means releasing the need to control every aspect of your life and trusting God's plan. For many, this is one of the hardest lessons to learn, as we're taught to fight for everything and control every outcome. But true power lies in letting go and allowing God to lead the way. Surrender means you stop trying to force things to happen. It's in surrender that you open yourself to receive what God has planned for you, something far greater than you could have ever imagined. At first, surrender can feel like a leap of faith. It may be uncomfortable or even frightening to release control. But as you trust God's timing, you'll see that surrender doesn't mean weakness, it means strength. It's the strength to accept that you're not in control, but that God's wisdom and love will guide you exactly where you need to be. Surrender is an act of love, trust, and deep faith. It's about recognizing that God knows what's best for you, even when the path ahead doesn't make sense. When you let go of the need to control, you step into a life of peace, knowing that God is leading you exactly where you need to be. The journey of the chosen ones is also a journey of self-discovery. Along the way, they must peel back the layers of who they thought they were and reveal their true divine identity. This process is not easy. It often requires confronting fears, insecurities, and doubts that have been buried deep within. But in this journey, the chosen ones discover that they are not defined by their past, mistakes, or circumstances. They are defined by the love and purpose that God has placed in them. Self-discovery is a sacred process of reconnecting with your true essence, your soul's purpose and the gifts you were born with. For many, this journey starts with a deep longing or a sense that something is missing. But as they dive deeper, they uncover the truth about who they really are. They realize that their true identity isn't based on external labels or other people's opinions, but on their connection to the divine. This process requires courage, as it forces the chosen ones to let go of old identities and embrace who they are becoming. It may involve shedding the expectations and limitations placed on them by society, family, or even their own minds. Through this transformation, they realize they were never meant to be confined by the narrow definitions of the world. Ultimately, they come to understand that their true identity is divine, and by embracing this truth, they can step fully into their purpose. Compassion is central to the journey of the chosen ones. Through compassion, they heal both themselves and others. Compassion isn't just about feeling sorry for someone, it's about understanding their pain, standing beside them in their suffering, and offering a hand of love and support. For the chosen ones, compassion is essential to fulfilling their divine mission, as it allows them to create meaningful connections and bring healing to the world. When the chosen ones embrace compassion, they tap into a wellspring of love that flows from the divine. This love allows them to see beyond surface appearances, recognize the humanity in everyone, and offer unconditional support. Compassion is the antidote to judgment, criticism, and fear, and it opens the heart to deeper understanding and empathy. Through compassion, the chosen ones heal their own past wounds by extending love and understanding to others. They also learn to forgive themselves and release the burdens of guilt and shame. Compassion allows them to see the divine spark in everyone, including themselves. It is through this love that they rise above the trials of life and fulfill their higher calling. Ultimately, compassion is the force that unites us all. When the chosen ones embody compassion, they not only heal themselves but become a channel for healing the world. The chosen ones have a divine mission based on love, and through compassion, they share that love with everyone they meet. This creates a ripple effect that impacts many lives. One of their greatest qualities is resilience. While they are not immune to hardship, they have an inner strength that helps them rise above challenges. Resilience is not just about bouncing back after difficulties, but about growing stronger through them, learning more about themselves and finding deeper faith and strength. The chosen ones face challenges head-on, trusting that each obstacle is part of their divine journey. They know that even when life feels overwhelming, these challenges are opportunities for growth, for refining their character, and for strengthening their relationship with God. Resilience is about thriving, not just surviving, and understanding that every hardship leads to greater clarity, wisdom, and purpose. Each time the chosen ones face adversity and keep going, they build their spiritual strength. They learn that God is always by their side, offering guidance, love, and strength. It is through their unwavering faith in God that they can keep moving forward, no matter how tough the journey gets. Resilience allows them to step into their divine purpose with courage and determination. It is the foundation of their strength and will carry them through every challenge they face on their path to greatness. For the chosen ones, prayer is much more than a ritual, it is the foundation of their connection with God. Through prayer, they communicate with the divine, receive guidance, and draw strength. Prayer is a sacred moment of stillness, where they open their hearts to God. It is in these quiet moments that they are reminded of their purpose, mission, and the love that surrounds them. The power of prayer is transformative. It connects the chosen ones with divine energy, aligning them with God's will. Prayer brings peace to the soul, calms the mind, and strengthens the heart. It is a reminder that they are never alone, and God is always listening. In times of fear and uncertainty, prayer helps them release their worries, surrender their burdens, and trust in God's plan. It helps them return to their center and remember they are part of something much greater than themselves. Prayer is the lifeblood of their spiritual journey, guiding them every step of the way and bringing them clarity, peace, and strength. Through prayer, the chosen ones find comfort, especially when life is difficult. Living in harmony with God's will is the ultimate goal for the chosen ones. It means aligning every part of life with God's purpose, letting go of personal desires and ego in favor of serving the greater good. This is not always easy, as it requires constant surrender and trust in God's wisdom. However, when the chosen ones live in harmony with divine will, they experience true peace and fulfillment. When you align with God's will, everything in your life starts to make sense. The struggles and obstacles are no longer random but part of a greater design that God has for you. The key is letting go of the need to control everything and allowing God to lead the way. Living in harmony with God's will also means accepting the quiet times of waiting. God's plan unfolds in its own time, and part of the journey is trusting that everything is happening according to His perfect timing. This brings peace and contentment, as you know you are exactly where you need to be. Ultimately, living in harmony with divine will is the path to true freedom. This freedom comes from knowing that everything in your life has purpose, everything is unfolding according to a divine plan, and you are living in alignment with your highest calling. This is the life the chosen ones embrace, and it leads them to peace, fulfillment, and divine connection.